Super dia. Good morning, everyone. Hello, good morning. We started this topic last week with limited number of students in the class, but I saw in the participation list, probably more than 80% of participants have participated for the lecture. So that I thought not to repeat the content because we have participated for lecture online. So I hope you remember the previous topic. We started to talk about a very important area in operations management. What was the topic? Topic එක හරියම කියන්න ඕන. කොච්චර කොට කිසිපන. Okay. Quality management. Okay. Quality management, an important area. So we identified several things, especially in our subject, operations management, where the managers that part of the business is responsible for producing products the most efficient and effective manner. And then operations managers, together with other managers and staff, are responsible for managing quality of products as well, quality of services as well. Right? So that topic we understood at the beginning. We already discussed about the meaning of quality. The meaning of quality. Because different people can look at and define quality in a different manner. But in operations management and in business management, we have a specific meaning for that. Now, what is the meaning of quality when it comes to products and services, as we discussed the other day? How can we look at it? We had several definitions, right? I mean, different ways of looking at it. Finally, I showed you these two ideas that are important for modern managers. So traditionally, quality has been understood from manufacturer's point of view, from producer's perspective, we call it. And accordingly, that's a concept called quality of conformance. Quality of conformance, which means for each and every product, there's a technical guideline, technical detail of a product. We call it product specification. What is it? Product spec. That specifies the technical details of the product, the ingredients, the technical aspects of it, that they finalize when the product is designed. So what is the meaning of quality of conformance then? When the product is manufactured again and again and again through the manufacturing processes, right, they are to confirm whether the manufactured products are in line with the spec. Right? When they're in line with the spec, that is what we call quality of conformance. Then the quality is ensured. Quality is satisfied. That aspect of it is called producer's perspective on quality. That's very important. Even today, when you go to factories and see, for each and every product they produce, they have a spec. Every time they produce products, there's a staff allocated. They check the quality of the product in line with the spec and then certify. Okay, quality, certified, tested, okay. So that is the process. However, during the last 4 to 5 decades, especially with marketing approach, right, in addition to spec, there's another perspective that has become important in marketing or in business management. That is called customer's perspective. How customers define quality, that managers should understand. And accordingly, there's this idea. What is it? We call it quality of design. Quality of design, which means in line with the customer requirements. That means for what purpose they use this particular product. If it is a garment, for what purpose customers use it. If it is a pair of shoes, for what purpose they use it. And accordingly, what features are there. Whether the product has all the required features and characteristics to fulfill the customer's requirements. So to what extent the product has been designed to fulfill the customer requirements with the right features. That idea is called quality of design. Now, in modern businesses, both are very important. Not necessarily quality of performance. So, businesses should start with design quality, and for each and every design aspect, they should have specs. And in the production, they should make sure this. From marketing side, they should start with this product designing, product development, as we discussed in the product designing topic. And then the document should be finalized and it has to go to the production department. When they produce, they have to make sure quality of conformance is ensured. So that they can ensure, they can produce products. Any business can produce products that fulfill customer requirements in one manner or one aspect. And then that meets the design specification. That is the simplest way to understand the meaning of quality in today's context. In operations. Simply we call it fitness of the product. And is that defined correct? Ability of the product, fitness of the product, fulfill the customer requirements for the customer use. It's the simplest way to define what quality means. Quality means. So that is in a very simple manner what we discussed the other day about quality management. That clear? Online participants, I hope you can hear us. Is that clear? Any questions? Further to that, we also identified that according to research findings, what are the criteria used by customers when they assess the quality of products? According to research findings, there are certain criteria. In textbooks, they explain them as product quality dimensions. We call them the criteria used by customers, right, to assess the quality of products. So they are known as product quality dimensions, which are comprised of these things. They explain, I'm not going to repeat it, I'm just introducing. Certain dimensions like the performance of the product, performance, the key function, and the features, in addition to the main function, added features, innovative features, make the product higher quality. Conformance, meeting the standards, meeting the spec requirements. Reliability, consistency of the performance, and durability, how long the product can be used without any major repairs. Service, especially in case of long-term use, product failures, product failures, whether the adequate after-sales services are available, ease of repair, complaint handling, and all the other things. And plus aesthetic aspects, the design features, outer appearance, exterior, right? So how customers feel the product, the colors, designs, they are also important. Plus reputation, that means how customers assess the product, its image, especially the brand, right? So certain tangible aspects, especially like brand reputation, and brand image, like certain things. So these are the common criteria. We consider them as product quality dimensions. When we look at service industries and service quality, and consider whether the same criteria are used for assessing the service quality, according to research findings, no. Customers or people use different set of criteria because services mostly are not intangible, are not tangible. They are intangible. Education to hospital services to restaurants to airline services. Services are intangible. So that these criteria may not be equally relevant. So for services, there are different set of criteria. We call them service quality dimensions. Service quality dimensions, which comprises of these things. Again, service quality dimensions, like reliability of the service, responsiveness of the staff and the service processes, competence of the people involved in the service providing, access to the service, the level of courtesy they maintain, how prompt and friendly in communication, credibility of the organization, service and the service providers, and the security aspect of it. And then empathy, we call it understanding or knowing the customer. Very important. Certain tangible elements that customers can touch and feel together with the service. All these different aspects are important. We call them service quality dimensions. The different products. Technical understanding is enough. Further that I explain you this framework that you will use later probably. Marketing, these are very useful frameworks. Especially in services marketing, when it comes to service quality, there is this popular framework. We call it survival model. Service quality model. According to that, there are 5 main criteria. Under each, there are subcategories also. So reliability, assurance, tangibles, empathy, and responsiveness are the 5 criteria in this survival model. So if you go to hospitals, leading hospitals, private sector, they use this framework to ensure the quality of their services. They can have a separate department for that, and they use these criteria. And each and every element, reliability, there are different subcategories. They use them to train their workers, staff, and to assess their service quality efforts and keep improving things. Right. Is that clear? We just understood the meaning of quality, criteria to assess quality. Take 1 or 2 minutes quickly, go through that part and ask some questions. Our discussion today will start from here, that is quality management. But prior to that, I am giving you a few minutes to ask any question. Online participants can also ask some questions, especially if you're not here. Quality කියන කැල තේරෙනවද? Product quality define කරන හැටි. ඇයි මේක ඕන? අපි ඒ ගැන ඇයි ඕනේ කියන එක අපි එදා කතා කරා. අද අතට emphasize කරේ නැහැ. කරන විදිය ගැන අපි කතා කරා. නේ? Online participants, can you hear us? There are 15 participants.
Yes, sir.
Only one can hear us, I guess. Thank you. There should be more signatures than 15 from online participants. Consider shall we move to the main content then? So in this topic, the most important part is the quality management part. We know the meaning of quality, right? In a broad manner. So now we move to quality management and understand what it is. So management, quality management. Experts divide it in different manner, but in simple terms, quality management is nothing else but whatever the efforts, whatever the activities the management has implemented to make sure that they produce quality products, that they create and deliver quality services. Everything together, all the efforts, all the activities, all the programs together, we consider it as the quality management efforts of the organization. Right? So different organizations have different levels of efforts. Some organizations, especially multinational companies, quality conscious companies, they have a lot of activities, a lot of efforts. Whereas small scale businesses, they have very little concern of that. So according to the results, multinational companies are able to produce high quality products consistently again and again and again because they have strong quality management efforts and activities. But many other small scale firms, they don't have. At first, they don't have an understanding what quality management is and why that is needed. On the other side, they lack of quality management activities. As a result, they are unable to produce high quality products consistently. This consistency is very important, right? Mention it somewhere. Consistency, what does that mean? Maintain the same high quality throughout. Again and again and again. Every product we produce, consistent. Say for an example, a multinational food manufacturer like Nestle, when they produce their food items like let's say Nestle Milo, the quality of Milo milk packets, irrespective of the place you buy, the time you consume it, the quality is consistent. The taste and various other aspects, the production process, they have been consistent. Can you understand it? Compared to that, when you go to, let's say, rural areas and buy curd, right, manufactured by farmers sometimes. There are these household, we call it cottage industry. So they have their technical understanding. They don't know much about this consistent quality, but they, through practice, they make it. Sometimes the product become okay. Sometimes products are not up to standard. There are no specific efforts. They do something, but not consistent. Okay, hope you can understand. Now, every time, probably every 2-3 months time, there are incidents like people who consume illicit alcohol face a lot of health issues. A few days ago also we came across an incident, isn't so? Where is that? Health issues, why? Quality has not been maintained. But there are many people, many consumers consuming liquor produced by distilleries companies. They maintain the quality, they say, so that they can assure the quality of it because their quality management efforts are there, especially the level of alcohol, manufacturing process and everything. So for that, they should have adequate efforts, right? So all such efforts, activities together, right? We call quality management. So when one would ask, is there a way to manage quality? The simple answer is no, there is no one way, one secret formula to do that. It all depends on how committed the top management and the other managers are. Hello? How committed the top management and other managers are for what? For managing the quality. And for that purpose, what efforts they have put, what activities they have introduced, what programs they have introduced. So there is no secret formula. It all depends on the management understanding of this required quality, what customers expect from us, and their commitment on what we should do. Right? So all the management efforts on designing and implementing reliable quality management procedures. Putting everything together, we call it quality management. Some organizations are good at that. Some organizations are somewhere in the middle. Some organizations are very poor in that. So managers need to understand what customers expect from their products or services or their purchase experiences, especially when it comes to services. And then they should know how to design, create, and deliver better products in line with those expectations. And for that, there should be some efforts. In organizations, how they can do that? කොහොමද මේක කරන්න පුළුවන්? So if you try to understand how practically we can ensure we have the right product, we manufacture them in the right manner, and consistently maintain high quality, how to do that? Now, theoretically we explain, theoretically we explain, it requires a coordination between different departments that involves in production, value creation, and delivery. What is required? A coordination between different departments, a better alignment between different departments. Do you get that point? A proper coordination between different departments, especially these few departments. What are the departments? The marketing, product design or R&D, and operations management, plus quality management. Other departments are also important, but these are the four main departments that should coordinate the quality management efforts in a better way. Other departments can also contribute significantly. So in slide number 10, I summarize it. So this is what we expect. Quality manage karana menna me coordination එක ඕන. Right? So we require a coordination like this between departments. If you can understand this, you can understand everything related to quality management. The coordination, the required coordination between departments. So probably students, management students think, not only management students, even practicing managers think quality management is the responsibility of this department, nothing else. What is the department? Quality control department or quality management department, headed by quality manager. They have a quality assurance staff and all. So that quality management is entire responsibility of this department, quality control department, quality assurance department. Some organizations we can call it quality management department. Well, they are the main responsible party, but there are other departments who should chip in, should join in. So what else? Who else should contribute here? Marketing. Right. And product development. They are the main parties involved in what? Role like quality management. Can you understand? Do they have a role to play? Quality management role. When it comes to understanding the market, understanding the customers and their requirements, their expectations, marketing has a major role to play. They are the ones who can understand customers well, competitors well, the market requirements and trends. Then such expectations should be taken in through surveys, research, insights. They bring them to the product development phase. And accordingly, the products are designed by this team. These are the responsible party for designing products, as we discussed. Product development team. So they specify the features, characteristics, appearance, everything. When they do so, they should consider the insights, the market insights, customer insights heavily, and accordingly design the product and finalize what? Finalize the product spec. Technical details of the product. These two parties involved heavily in finalizing the product features, characteristics, and then product spec. Hope that is clear. So once it is final, for every new product, they have to do that. And what is the role of our subject? Our area, that is operations management. Do they have a role to play in quality management? Well, they are mainly responsible for producing the products in line with the spec. Isn't so? Not just the product and the volume. They are responsible for producing the product in a quality manner, that is to meet the product spec requirements. Then operations has a key role to play in quality management. So, operations department has a key role to play in quality management. Can you understand it? Because in day-to-day basis, they are the ones who produce quality products using the machinery, using the staff, using the ingredients or the other materials they purchase. They are the ones who produce product. So they have a huge role in producing quality products in operations, in factories. When it comes to services, do operations management staff responsible, or are they responsible? Well, yes, they are the ones who are responsible for creating and delivering quality services to the customers. So they have a huge role. Write it somewhere. That is why this is important for operations management. Operations management has a huge role. They have a big role to play. They should make sure a lot of things. Machinery is good, materials are good, workers are skillful, and many things. So they are responsible for producing quality products. What is the role of this department then? Are they silently observing? Quality control team, quality assurance team? Well, they have a big role to play, like you do in auditing. You are going to become auditors, right? Most of you. So you assess whether the financial management or financial accounting people, whether they have done their job right. So likewise, quality control team assess the efforts of operations department, activities of operations department. They like auditors. They are to in a way contribute and control quality management activities used by operations staff, and they are the ones who evaluate whether the products are in line with the product spec, conformance, and they verify and they conform. They assess and conform whether the products are of good quality or bad quality. And accordingly, they can make sure only the good quality products are released to the market. It's very important. So the products that customers get from this company initially have all the features and required characteristics as they want, and the product has been produced according to the spec, and that is quality tested, so that the products releasing from the company to the market are of good quality. Can you understand it? This is the required coordination between different departments. In some organizations, this is good. Some organizations, this is not so appropriate. So it's not a simple task. So then, who are responsible for ensuring that there is a proper coordination here? In other words, who are responsible to ensure that the quality requirements market requirements and quality requirements are fulfilled. Is that the responsibility of quality control team only? No. Is that the responsibility of operations management only? What is the understanding? What do you think? Who are more important here then? You should be able to understand this as undergraduates. The top management. They are the ones who oversee all the departments. So the top management understand it. What they think of quality and quality requirement, that matters a lot. Chairman, managing director, and the director board, and other top management. So top management understanding is very important. And then, of course, the functional managers, their commitment, their understanding also very important when ensuring this coordination. I hope that is clear. You visit, let's say for an example, manufacturing example, MAS factories. They are operating, they are producing apparel items, various types, various different clients and markets. Right? And they are known for ensuring higher quality. They have better quality management efforts. And then many number of programs, activities, procedures they maintain to ensure that products that are high quality are delivered to the customers, their clients. We clearly see a kind of coordination like this. More than that. And MAS factories. When you visit other multinational companies like Nestle, Unilever, you will see the same. Or the local national level manufacturers operating really at higher level, like Ceylon Cold Stores, Munchie, right? You will see the same high level of efforts for maintaining them. Clear? Now let's see in modern companies, modern organizations, how they maintain the quality. In fact, like management students, you can simply understand this. To make sure that the same steps, same procedures are followed by everyone again and again and again, what we need? There should be proper procedures, there should be proper activities and all. And to make sure that everyone follows them every time, what we need? We need to arrange it as a system. So when things are arranged in a system that has different processes, activities, procedures that everyone follows every time. So for quality management is also same. Organizations need a system for this. And that is known as quality management system. What is it? Quality management system. QMS. So modern quality management activities are organized as systems. So simply, quality management can be defined as the management of all activities, tasks, and efforts of that organization on ensuring the desired level of excellence, high quality for its outputs. Could be products or services in order to maintain conformance to specifications. So in quality management, focus is on product quality and service quality, but not only on that, how the product quality is assured. That is called process quality. Both are important. output quality plus process quality. Both are process quality. Right? Product quality and process quality. Both are important. And for that, organizations arrange various different activities that I introduce you as QMS. We will further discuss about it a little later. But in simple terms, various different activities that we see in QMS, activities, the various different activities in QMS can be broadly divided into four main categories of activities. Right? What I have mentioned here are those four main quality management activities in QMS. It begins with quality planning. There are many activities, many things that organizations do under quality planning. It's very important. Quality planning. We'll understand through a group activity. So then there are certain other efforts we classify them as quality assurance. Third set of activities we call them quality control. When you go to a factory, you mostly see this. So one might think quality management equals to quality control. No, it's not. Quality control is only one part of it. Right? Three activities. Then fourth one, we call it quality assurance. Right? What are these? These are different quality management broader categories. Under each, there are many specific activities. Okay. At what time we are going to have a break? 10. Is that all right? Have you decided about that QA called maybe continuous assessment? I ask you to discuss and let me know. Only the group report has been submitted. So what else we can do? Going for a quiz, an option, but I don't like very much. Group presentations, taking group presentations was another option. We are unable to take it physically. The option was asking you to upload a video, your group presentations. That's also practical. But instead of all these, what I prefer is a kind of simple group activity that you can complete within few days' time. Is that all right? So that is for that full marks. Then when a report take a ඕක බැරිලාවත් කොපි කරලා හරි පැජරයිස් කියලා මට තේරෙනවා නම් ඕකට බිඳුවක් දුන්නොත් එහෙම බිඳුවක් තමයි හම්බෙන්නේ. මේක AI ම නම් තනිකර මම ඕකට ලොකු ගණක් දෙන්න යන්නේ නැහැ. ඒකට ඒක තමයි වෙන්නේ. So to manage that, I thought of an activity like this. You can form into 3-member groups. 3 would be enough. 3 would be enough. And now what we are going to do is we try to do a kind of online search, and whatever the other online resources available or whatever you know can also be used. So you form into 3-member groups first, and you are going to prepare 2 to 3 page document. Each group should prepare it and upload on these different quality management efforts. Right? Those who are connected online also, you have to do this. You have to find 3-member groups and start doing this now. Right? I will give you a few days to finalize it. Before next week, you can upload the final report. What you have to do, right? Shall we form 3-member groups first so that you can start and doing it now so that you can complete at 4. Those who are physically here, if you want to form members who are available now here, you can form. You can keep 1 member. 2 are here, 1 member will join later. So likewise, that's also fine. You can form your groups quickly now. Online participants, I assume you can find individuals needs to form 3-member groups. Pull on the, would you be able? I can ask you to do it individually, but then the workload would be little high. Not the workload, but learning from each other part, you will miss. Sorry. ඔයගොල්ලෝ groups ඉන්නවද? හදා ගන්න පුළුවන්ද? අපිට ඇත්තට මාඩි වෙන්නත් පුළුවන් දැන්. Because we are going to do this for 10 to 15 minutes. So
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Hello. Sir, can you, sir, go to the alternative quiz exam? Is it possible?
Why is that? Why is that?
We have some members, so we have to collect some difficulties to the group.
I don't think so. Contacting each other online would be the most easiest thing. Then online, what do you mean that you can discuss with each other and then finalize a report for probably 2 to 3 page document on these quality management activities. You can easily do that more than a quiz.
Okay, sir. Okay.
And make sure that you summarize things. You don't get the support of some other assistants, AI companions, but you have to summarize it and prepare the response. Right. Do a Google search and identify what are the key procedures coming under quality planning. What efforts you can identify. And under quality assurance, what is the difference between quality assurance and quality planning? So under quality assurance efforts, what are the specific techniques, efforts you see? So as the third one, quality control, and the fourth one, quality improvements. What are the various different efforts, initiatives you can identify? You can start searching. Since you have 3 members, probably you can divide the areas among members and quickly look for some details. Start doing it. You will be given initial 10 minutes from now onwards. And we can also discuss it so that you can make you can prepare the report well. What quality planning is, what efforts basically coming under quality planning. What quality assurance is, how that is different from quality planning and other efforts. What are the quality assurance related efforts, techniques used by organizations. So quality control. What is it? How quality control is ensured? What are the different techniques, initiatives, methods used? And why quality improvement? How that is different from others? What are the quality improvement initiatives? Right? I will not repeat the content. This is for 15 marks. 3-member groups should finalize. Not here in the morning, but we discuss a lot of things. Get the support of your friends. We are trying to complete the assignment in the class itself, at least part of it, so that you can easily complete it within next few hours, few days time, and submit it before next week. Okay? Get the online details. Later you can check some for the details as well. If I don't find three members, you can split it with two as well. Take up both on can. It whatever it is. Mostly 9:30. Are you doing? No. Yeah, yes. Twins. Divide these main categories among the members. One person can look into one aspect and find more details. Right? That way you can manage the workload. I hope online participants can manage the activity, can find the members and stopping the assignment within a week. Do you have any other concerns? With this? මොකක්ද මේ ප්‍රායෝගික plan ඉගෙන ගන්නකො පොලිටික් plan එක කියලා කියලා කියන description එකක් ඒක ඇත්තට මොකක් සෝස් එක මම තින්නේ right sorry ඒක අපිට පළවෙනි ඔක්සිජන් පාස් වෙන ඇක්සිස් එක තුනක් බලන්න මට ඒක එකක් එනවා දැන් ඒකේ කතුවක් තාම වෙන උත්තරේ මොකද ඒක උත්තර ගන්න ඒක මම so දෙකක්වත් තුනක්වත් බලන ගමන් මේක මේකයි කියලා කොටික් ඊට පස්සේ check quality planning යටතේ මොන වගේ activities the companies කරන්නේ මොන වගේ initiative තියෙන්නේ මොන වගේ programs මොන වගේ efforts තියෙන්නේ කියලා ඒක detail වල බලන්න. ඔක එකපාරට වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඔක බලන්න වෙන quality assurance with quality planning දෙකක් කියලා අපි ගත්තාම කොහොමද දෙක වෙනස් වෙන්නේ? planning කියනවා planning එකකට මොනවද assurance එකට වෙනස් වෙන්නේ කොහොමද? quality control ඊටතර වෙනස් වෙන්නේ කොහොමද? improvements ඉන්නවා මොන වගේ initiatives එකක් බලද්දී comparison industries වල ඒක එන output එක as a good business. Start doing the assignment now yourself. පස්සට දාන්න එපා. දැන් මේ විනාඩි 5 10 ඔය වගේ පොඩි notes එකක් දාගන්න. So that you can complete it quickly. Take this as an opportunity to ask any questions from me and to make sure that you are on the right track. Any further details required? Ask any questions. Online participants also can ask questions. In the same the names of companies following this. What are the specific words, activities about many industries they have used? So those are examples of that. What exactly companies and their techniques. But here the last quality, what are the common efforts, activities that we see in so as to contact work and coordinate all less. There are many different efforts, many different initiatives. Because it has a long history. Quality management has been evolved in the last 8 to 9 decades. More than that sometimes. over a long period of time, there are various different quality management experts. We are going to discuss the evolution of quality management briefly after the break. That will also be useful. If you can මොනවද quality planning යන්න තියෙන්නේ මොනවාගේ efforts comparison මොනවද කරගෙන ඉන්නේ assurance වලට එනකොට assurance efforts assurance related initiatives efforts programs මොනවා වගේද activities මොනවා වගේද වැඩිපුර මොකලන අඳුර ගන්න හම්බෙන්නේ quality control efforts ගොඩාක් companies වල use කරන්නේ quality control සමහරට අනිත් දෙකම නෑ තා quality control තමයි ඒගොල්ලෝ believe කරන්නේ quality control techniques තමයි ඒගොල්ලෝ වැඩිපුර පාවිච්චි කරන්නේ so කොහෙද quality improvements efforts තියෙන්නේ සමහර companies කියන ඒගොල්ලෝ හැමදේම try කරන එක තැනක ඉන්න තව තව improve කරන්නේ they try to improve the quality related efforts and for that they have a lot of quality improvement efforts ඒ වෙනුවෙන් ඒගොල්ලෝ කරන ගොඩාක් procedures activities especially programs තියෙනවා දැන් වෙනකොට ගොඩාක් තියෙනවා අනේ ඒව ගැන පොඩි summary එකක් තමයි මම බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ maximum 3 to 4 pages document not more than that maximum 4 pages Any questions? Anything you want to discuss with me? Oh, cover pages. Yeah, normal cover page එකක් ගන්න කෙනෙක්ගේ මේ ගන්න කරන්නේ members ලාගේ නම් registration numbers තිබුණාම මේ page එක අර තව pages 4ක් තමයි මම බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ maximum 5ක් කියන්නකො 4ක් මදි කියලා හිතනවා නම් Shall we go for a break and meet around 10 past 10? We get around 20 minutes. Break එකට ගිහලා එන්න. ඊට පස්සේ අපි attendance mark කරමු. Let's go for a break.
Hello, sir. Hello,
Yes, I can hear you.
sir. When we are doing this assignment, do we select any industry
No, no,
for
you
this
don't
one?
have. In general, you can find more details about various different quality management efforts, quality management
Sorry,
activities and initiatives in
sorry.
general.
Your voice is not clear.
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir. I can
Right.
hear, but in the background sound is very high.
Okay. Can you maintain silence for a while? Now, no, you don't have to refer to one specific industry or one organization for this assignment.
Mm.
Instead, I try to identify different quality management related initiatives, efforts that you can classify under each of these activities. Say, for example, quality planning, what it is, and what activities, initiatives you identify in general under quality planning across
That means,
industries.
okay, this is we are preparing like a theoretical area, not the examples
Not
and things,
necessarily
right?
theory, these are practical things, right?
Yeah,
These are practical, these are
yeah.
practices in fact, right? So you try to
Mm.
identify what are the common practices you see under quality planning. What are
Mm.
the common practices you see under quality assurance? So as for quality control and quality improvements, this is not basically theory, but
Uh,
the practices. So you are going to summarize the details based on the practices you identify through whatever the resources available, maybe online resources or any other textbooks or other resources. In fact, you can talk to a quality manager or a professional needed to further get some clarifications. That's also fine, but not a must.
mm. Okay, so okay, thank you.
Right, are we ready? Can we move forward? I'm to spend 5 to 7 minutes on these four different activities. Can you share with me what have you found out? At least under some of them. So, according to your search, what are the main efforts the organizations do that we can classify under quality planning? What do they do? Quality planning. Yes. Okay. Okay, in relation to products or processes, what we are going to do? Designing. That is the main part of it. Designing part of it, right? That's very important. Designing. You plan in well in advance how in our production processes, quality management systems, we are going to ensure the quality, the planning part of it, the designing part of it coming under quality planning. So under that, there can be many different efforts. What and what efforts, what and what as of now. So as of now, what are the main efforts that you can classify under quality planning? Okay. Paying attention to the customer requirements, right? Capturing market information, listening to customers, right? So such efforts coming under this quality planning. So paying attention to the customer voice, customer requirements is part of quality planning, of course. Plan. So accordingly, designing product also coming under quality planning. Right? It's great. One or two more examples. You have to do that as the assignment. So one or two more activities under quality planning. Hello. Well, not necessarily coming under quality planning, right? Prevent quality mistakes, preventing quality mistakes, not necessarily coming under quality planning. Right? Well, planning the procedures for that comes under planning. Designing systems, designing processes to prevent quality mistakes, that comes under planning. What else? Okay, identifying standards under planning. Yeah. And designing or developing designing quality standards, maybe specs coming under planning. What else? The team only online participants. What have you identified under quality planning? We have a point now. Risk analysis. So conducting risk analysis, kind of risk management initiatives coming under quality planning to some extent, yes. Now, what else? There should be many more, right? You need to find more. So, in terms of machinery, how to make sure that you have the how to plan that you have the required machinery in terms of raw materials. Are materials important here in manufacturing products quality management? To make sure the quality materials are purchased, and for that purpose, what have you done? When it comes to employee training, how about employee training and competence levels? Are they important in producing quality products? They are also important. So planning how to make sure that your employees are competent and well trained. Planning that part of it. Planning, right? Designing part of it. But most of the other activities are coming under the second one. What is that? Second one? Assurance. That is different from planning. Planning is the initial designing and identifying what to do. Assurance. Some other efforts to make sure that you have some precautionary measures. You will in advance plan everything. Put things in place. That is where employee training matters a lot. That is where machinery and equipment, right equipments, right machinery, and proper maintenance of them, very important. That is where make sure the quality materials are introduced to the process. That's very important. Otherwise, at the end of the process only you come to know, because of issues of materials, they have produced wrong product or defectives. So likewise, under assurance, there are many efforts. I hope you will find out. Have you identified some more? Assurance and called assurance. So what are the quality assurance? ඔක්කොම කියන්න බෑ. ඔක්කොම කියන්නේ quality assurance. This is for learning purpose, and just to verify whether you are on the right track. Quality assurance. Training programs, employee training. It needs to be coming under, especially these operating level staff training, machine operators and other operating level staff training coming under assurance. Next. Internal audits, time to time, especially to make sure the right procedures are in place. Right? Otherwise, internal audits are quality audit, in fact, right? Quality audits, not necessarily the it's over the internal audits are over the these are because in manufacturing, this is about manufacturing products. In services, that's about service creation and delivery. Right? Maybe in audit firms, for financial department, that is it. But we are talking about the managing the quality of products and services of the business. So for that, quality audits, conducting periodical quality audits to make sure that we have precautionary measures in place. Setting SOPs, setting SOPs and instructing everyone clearly on those SOPs coming under this, yes. SOPs, standard operating procedures. Great. Management reviews, periodical management reviews. Yeah. Quality පැත්තට production service කියන දන්න මේ financial side එකේම ඉන්න එපා. Because we are talking about producing products, creating and delivering services. Compared to them, quality control initiatives, quality control efforts are a little different. These are more tactical level activities. What I mean is, on day-to-day basis, when you go to a factory to see what they do in quality management, you see quality control efforts they do. On day-to-day basis, weekly basis. So have you identified any efforts, any specific concepts, techniques, practices? Inspection, that is number one. The most common activity in quality control. You see people inspecting the product physically or through machines. Right? Make sure that the quality is controlled. Inspection. What else? Testing and measuring quality, of course, that is another main activity there. Testing and measuring, right, the quality, and thereby they control it. Right. Corrective actions, of course, that also coming under this. Corrective actions, when they detect some quality problems, defectives, corrective actions like rework or resending them to the production process to make them correct. And reworking, corrective actions. Coming under control. And thereby we control, we send only the quality product there, quality products to the market. So likewise, there are many efforts. So we better identify more. Compared to that, have you identified any other quality improvement related efforts? What we mean by quality improvements here? Just not maintaining what we have already. We try to raise our bar little high, quality bar, right? And for that, some improvements to the quality. So what have you identified? What have you identified under quality control initiatives? Oh, sorry, quality improvement initiatives. Again, the විනාඩි 20ක් තත්ත්වෙ දැන්. හරි. මොනවද තියෙන්නේ? members 3 දෙනෙක් එක්ක වැඩ කරන්නේ. Performance analysis. Performance analysis. Okay, yes, but in terms of quality, let's say, in terms of quality, the progress, what we have been doing so far, are there any lacking areas? How can we improve and all? So through performance analysis, we can identify the gaps. ඒ වගේ දෙයක් කරන්න පුළුවන් නේ. මේක ටිකක් ටෙක්නිකල් වැඩක්. හොඳයි මේක ගොඩාක් වැඩ තියෙනවා. ගොඩාක් ටෙක්නික්ස් ඉනිෂියටිව්ස් තියෙනවා ක්වොලිටි ඉම්ප්‍රූව්මන්ට්ස් වලට ඕගනයිසේෂන්ස් කරන්න. ඒකට නිකන් ওই වටේ මොන හරි කියලා හරියන්නේ නැහැ. There are many initiatives like what? Reduce delays and errors. Yes. How? What are the techniques? What are the methods? Reduce delays and errors. Introducing technology. Upgrading the technology. And through that, improve the processes and improve the quality. So technology upgrades are, of course, coming under quality. In manufacturing and services, both. Technology upgrades. Handling customer complaints, of course. Right. Or improved customer complaint handling systems. Is that coming under quality control? Of course. Sorry, quality management? Of course, yes. Especially in service sector and manufacturing sectors. Customer complaint handling, that's a part of quality management now. There are many continuous improvement techniques. We call them CI, continuous improvement systems, continuous improvement procedures. You may have heard of different techniques like Kaizen, main programs like Six Sigma, TQM that we will discuss a little further details, Six Sigma, Lean, TQM, just in time, right? And Kaizen, quality circles, right? Benchmarking, all are coming under this category. Can you understand? So there are many such efforts. Find more details. I think we help you and we together discuss more points now, so that now you are in a position to finalize the report, 4 pages, 5 pages document, and submit it within next week. I will create submission link. Clear? Online participants, you will contribute much. But I hope you were listening and you understood the content. I will quickly go through the remaining part of the handout. Especially 3 things that I want to show you. Are we ready to move? Right. What you see here in this slide, slide number 13, are the steps that quality management team follows when managing for quality and conformance to specifications. For each and every product they produce, through some processes, they have to follow these steps. First of all, the step 1, define the quality characteristics of the product. What are the main aspects you are going to make sure? The quality characteristics. Right. So identifying them is the starting point. Now, whatever the product you produce, right? If it is a garment item, hello, garment factory producing garment items, what could be the various different characteristics that they look into, that they want to measure and make sure the quality? Hello, can you identify a few characteristics, quality characteristics that determine the quality of a garment? I'm just helping you to understand it. Quality of a garment. How about the size of it? According to the design, the final, and there will be a cut, design cut, and then the final appearance of the garment. That's one quality and 2 main areas. Right. So then sewing part of it, sewing quality, right? And patches and other things, whether they are on the right places and the right design, they're important. Fabric type and the fabric quality. So that can be in various types like the fabric quality, fabric color, any damages to the fabric. So likewise, so there are different elements. So those are the characteristics. In the same manner, think of a product like Tiara cake, okay, Sons cake. Now, when it comes to product like cake, are the same characteristics applicable for cakes? No, there could be different. So can you name few characteristics that are important for a product like cakes? Taste, okay. The taste, if we can measure it, taste, of course, and the taste can be divided into subcategories like sweetness, and then the other taste related aspects, right? Taste, that is important. Taste. What else for a product like cakes? Size, the dimension of it. If it is a circle shape, it should be a complete circle. If it is a rectangle size, the shape of it should be maintained. Size of it. Is that what you mean by size? Okay, size, the out appearance of it. Some other current characteristics relevant for a cake. Taste, size, what else? Expiry. That's also important. But when it comes to the product itself, what are the other characteristics? The accuracy of the packaging and all, yes. The nice and then the quality packaging, yes, that's part of it. And packaging වලට දෙන්න කලින් product එකේ quality එක measure කරන්න පුළුවන් තව මොනවද? Ingredients වල quality එක කරන්න පුළුවන්, right? Ingredient quality. They take ingredients වර්ග තියෙන්න පුළුවන්. What are the other quality characteristics that someone can measure the quality? Yes, softness of it. මොකද ඒකට කියන්නේ cakes වල texture එක කියලා කියනවා. cake එකේ texture එකේ quality එක. texture එක appropriate level එකේ තියෙනවා. ගොඩාක් texture එක dry වුණොත් ඒක කන්න බෑ කුඩු වෙලා වැටෙනවා. ඒක texture එක ගොඩාක් වැඩි නම් melt වැඩි එක නිකන් lava cake එකක් වගේ. ඒක texture එක ගන්නට තියෙනවා. texture. The texture. So what else? Appearance of it. ඒක සුදු පාටද කහ පාටද cream colorද නේද නැත්නම් කළු පාටද? Right? So that could be another aspect of it, quality characteristic. Out appearance of it. Appearance. Can you understand? So likewise, quality characteristics of products are different from product to product. So quality managers or the quality staff should identify appropriate quality characteristics relevant for the product or to the service. That's step number one. Step two. Hello. Let's quickly go to step number two. For each of those characteristics, we need to specify, we need to identify how to measure that. For example, cakes, sweetness. If that is a quality characteristic, how to measure it? There can be a measurement. Sugar level or certain specific measurement should be there. Coming to texture, there can be a measurement for that. You have to identify. Coming to appearance, there should be a way to measure it. Coming to weight, that's a that's part of quality. So weight is a quality characteristic. So the measurement is the weight. Grams. So likewise. Then step number three. For each of those quality characteristics, that's we have to set the quality standard. What is the expected level? Target. So that is step number three. Step four. When the product is manufactured, control the quality, each characteristic against those standards. And for that, you have to continuously monitor measure, test, right? That is step number 4. Step number 5, find any quality defectives, quality problems, poor quality issues, and correct it. Those 5 steps are very important to ensure that you have quality management efforts for a product. That is to ensure conformance to spec. Step number 6, that is to upgrade or raise the bar. Over a period of time, we can continuously make improvements. Step number 6. Understand it? So these are the simple steps. These are the simple steps that are required. Is that clear? Should be able to understand. With that, we complete the main part of our topic. That's about quality management related efforts, activities. These are specific steps and all. We have 2 or 3 more areas to quickly cover within next 40 minutes or so. You will be able to answer any questions. The question papers, you understand it. Any questions? Now, we don't have any questions. Let's quickly move. Now, when improving quality, what are the benefits that organizations can experience? Are there any benefits? When you design your products as customers expect, when you produce your product according to the spec, what are the benefits? So there can be many benefits that many managers don't understand, by the way. Many undergraduates, many management students do not understand the importance of quality. Not only students, most of the managers don't understand. Most of the entrepreneurs, they don't understand. The lack of understanding the importance of or the benefits of quality management efforts, right? So this slide shows you some specific benefits under 2 categories. One is when the quality is improved, there can be revenue effects to the business. That you see in yellow backgrounds, some revenue effects. And at the same time, there can be some cost effects as well. So let's see, what are the benefits of quality management, quality improvements? So only few of them are mentioned here, right? Very brief and very straightforward manner. We don't have complicated. The practical situation could be more complicated. But this is just to get an idea how it would contribute to the business success. Now see, when the quality is improved, what we mean by quality is improved? Now the products match with the customer requirements and product designs. When they produce the products, they match with the spec. Consistent conformance to customers' expectations. This is what we mean by quality improvement. Improved quality. So that would lead to what? That would lead to enhanced product image. Customers may see the product as of high quality. Product image would be improved. Brand value would go up. Quality staff will be able to complete the production activities faster, fulfill the customer requirements faster. That would eventually increase customer service. And that would improve the sales as well, improve sales volume. That would generate more revenue. And then when the quality is improved, product image is improved, companies can overcome this problem, what we call price competition, reduce price competition. What is price competition? You try to reduce prices to get the sales, but with improved quality, you can still get more revenue without reducing prices. You don't have to depend on the price competition anymore. You can compete based on what? Quality. Right. So you reduce the dependency on price competition, and due to all these reasons, we can expect that the revenue of the company will go up. And that directly contributes to what? Profitability. Some of the cost effects, if we look for, now when the quality is improved, our efforts on detecting quality control and all can be reduced for a long period of time, because we have now better systems to produce good quality products. So our costs on detecting quality problems can be reduced. We can reduce the cost of rectifying the errors, because we are now producing good quality products first time, consistently. So that reworking, correcting mistakes can be reduced. Would that reduce cost? Hello? And then reduce cost of compensating customers. Now, you send only the good quality products to the market. No complaints, no warranty claims, no replacements, or minimum. That reduces cost. And due to all other quality improvement efforts, we can improve the scale of economies of scale, some cost advantages, reduce capital investments, capital costs with the technology improvements and all. And that would also contribute to increase productivity, so that overall there will be an impact on reduced operating cost. Can you understand it? That on the other side contribute to the profitability of the business. So that there can be a direct link. In other words, improved quality affect all three lines. What are the three lines? The top line, middle line, and the bottom line. Top line, revenue. Middle line, operating cost. Bottom line. Can you understand it? So through improved quality, we can influence, or we can control all three lines: revenue, cost, and that is why managers, especially entrepreneurs, top management, should understand it. Unfortunately, most of the managers, including financial managers and accountants, especially, right? They think quality management is an expenditure. Whatever the improvement, whatever the activities we do for quality improvement, that is an expense only. That's a cost. They don't understand that quality improvements can contribute to revenue as well. That will improve the profitability as well. In fact, when the quality is improved, cost can be reduced. Okay? Understand things little later in detail. So only certain things that we discussed, you can write down whatever the points you mentioned. What you understood. Higher quality has a beneficial effect on both revenues and costs. Now, in the next part of our discussion, probably within 10 to 15 minutes, we try to quickly understand what are the different techniques available. This discussion will also be useful to complete the assignment as well. Now, when we look at industrial history or industrial sectors and its history, we can identify a long history of quality management. So, over a period of time, quality management related practices, quality efforts, quality techniques have been evolved. What you see here in this diagram and the other one also, right? Slide number 18 and 19. This is how in textbooks they classify the quality history into 4 periods. Quality history into 4 eras, 4 periods, 4 phases. Right? This is a timeline in a way, and 4 main developments. However, there can be even now in 21st century companies just practicing the initial phase of it. They are lagging behind. They're just doing the initial work, initial thing. So as you see it here, the quality management related initiatives begin with inspection. Inspection. So as you see it here, inspection. The focus is on detecting errors and rectifying them. That is what they do as quality management. The inspection. So they believe that what matters most is preventing mistakes or defectives tending to the mark. That is what matters most. So for that, inspection. That is a limited number of efforts, isn't so? They just look at the final product. How the inspection is done, looking at the final product. And how they monitor it, how they inspect it, probably manually. They look at it, they touch it, they turn it around and then see. And otherwise, there are some mechanical tools to inspect the products. Empathy. So inspect the product through some tools, machines, and then decide whether the quality is okay or not. If they happen to produce, if they happen to notice defectives through inspection, what they would do? Then they will have to make some actions like detection and rectifying, rework, sending them to the production line to make them again a complete product. Sometimes consider them as low grade products and sell them at lower prices, discounted prices. Or sometimes throw them away, discount. Can't help. So, inspection. It's one of the main primary quality management related efforts that companies and industries followed somewhere in industrial revolution in 20th century, first part of 20th century. They gradually learned that checking the final product is not enough because by the time everything has happened now. So it is important to monitor not only the product, but the process through which the product is manufactured. If we can control the process, they over a period of time learn. If we can control the process step by step, we can make sure that we produce only good quality products. The companies learn that, and that approach is known as quality control approach. Quality control approach, where they believe in something called process control. What is it? Process control. In addition to inspection, inspection is also part of it, that is the end product. But in the process, they try to control the process from starting to production to completion. Right? And thereby their main purpose is to solve the quality problems at root, as and when they happen. Then you can make sure you produce good quality products at the end. You can reduce the dependency on inspection. And inspection විතරක් කරනකොට හමාරු. cost එක වැඩි. So that they introduced quality process control laws. Somewhere in 1920s, 30s, these were the most common techniques. In fact, during industrial revolution era, a lot of quality control techniques, mechanisms were introduced. There are many. Even today, when you go to factories like garment factories to biscuits factories, tire factories, you see a lot of such techniques. Statistical techniques, process analysis techniques, quality standards, under quality control. Even today, they are effectively used. Very much useful. Say for example, if I show you a few, right, when you look at quality management tools, right, techniques like these are very common quality management tools, quality control techniques, quality control tools. Most of them are statistical techniques introduced in 1920s, 30s during Second World War period by statisticians, industrial engineers. Have you heard of them? A technique like process flow chart. They believe in flow chart in the processes. Flow charts using different symbols like this. Like this. They try to map the process and then make sure that the same steps are repeatedly do. Flow charts and more complicated flow charts are also there. Flow charts, and then of course techniques like check sheets. What you see here is a check sheet. These are used to summarize quality problems. So there can be different quality problems, quality defectives, type A, type B, type C. So each hour of the day, how many of them have been occurred? The frequency of it. Note them down to summarize them. Techniques like these are very much useful in practice. And then have you heard of something called scatter diagram, showing the relationships like these between two variables? And accordingly, you identify the correlation between them, regression between them. Such techniques were introduced good old days. Still very effective in controlling the processes. And techniques like, have you heard of this thing? Pareto analysis. No? Probably no. That is. So Pareto analysis is a statistical concept. A technique like this Pareto concept. Pareto principle. It's an interesting concept. There's a rule called Pareto rule, 80-20 rule. 80-20. It's a statistical concept that applies in many contexts. 80-20. Applying that to quality, it means 80% of quality problems arise due to 20% of quality causes. Due to 20 causes, 80 problems arise, 80% of the problems. The remaining 20% arise due to 80 different types of questions. So this principle, so then they analyze what are the most critical causes that contributes to 80% of the problems. Then they try to address those 20 only, and they can reduce 80% of quality problems. So some things like those. Techniques like these are very much useful. In addition to that, this is the most interesting points, most interesting and useful techniques in quality controlling. Even today, this is the most commonly used technique. What is this technique? We call it SPC charts. SPC stands for Statistical Process Control Charts. Statistical Process Control Charts. It's a statistical approach that they develop a chart like this for each process, each step that has a target value. That is the average performance we expect. And there is a lower control limit according to statistical confidence levels. 99% confidence level, 95% confidence level. According to this normal distribution curve and standard deviation. You remember? So accordingly, they have finalized. We have to develop a process control chart like this with a target value and lower control limit and upper control. Have you seen something like this? When you visit factories, you might see. So what they do then is, they take samples from the production and then they measure the target value. If it is weight, they measure the weight of the samples and show that on the control chart. Like what you see here. At different points. So each time they take a sample, they measure the value and show that on the control chart. As they progress through the production process, you can see where the process is operating. Usually we believe if the numbers are randomly placed around the target value, randomly, without any pattern, right? if the numbers are randomly placed on the target value, around the target value, somewhere closer to that, that is a random movement. The process is in control, so no issue. In case, if you notice some patterns like this, patterns in the sense, continuously it's declining, continuously it's increasing, 2, 3, 4 consecutive times. So that means process is not producing random results. That's an issue with it. There should be some issues so that we can easily recognize, detect. Detect what? Detect that the process is not in control. These are not random movements, non-random. In such a case, let's say an example like this, 3 consecutive times, the target value has been, the actual value has been declining, and it is going beyond the lower control limit as well. These are clear signs that this process is not in control. They can early detect it. Can you understand it? For that, they use these type of techniques. If they happen to notice something like that, consecutive 2, 3 times, one pattern, what quality management staff would do then? Quality control staff would do then? Did it happen anyway? No. Right? They immediately instruct the machine operators to stop the production process. That is what they do. That's a process issue here. Through our control chart, we monitor it. Now, we can't continue. We have to stop the production and see what are the root causes, what are the problems. Only after correcting the problems, then they start the production. To early detect the processes, to control the processes, techniques like these are very much useful. Is that clear? Have a simple idea, that's enough. These are very useful. I don't think that you will study them in any other subject. That's why I'm just showing you. So that's little too much. Not too much. Right. Those techniques and techniques like these cause and effect diagrams, not necessarily statistical, but for control purpose, we use this. Have you come across this? This is not a statistical technique, but partly statistical also, but mainly a management technique. Control technique. What is it? මේකට අපි කියනවා මේ cause and effect diagrams. One popular technique in quality control, also known as fishbone diagram. Fishbone diagram. It looks like a fishbone. Japanese technique introduced by Japanese quality guru Ishikawa. So this is called Ishikawa diagrams. So they are, to this end, we identify quality problem. What is the quality problem you are going to study? What is the quality problem? Right? And here we identify the key causes, main causes that contribute to the problem. Reasons, cause and effect. The causes are classified into 4 categories mainly: the material related causes, method related causes, people related causes, and machine related causes. And under each, there can be different specific causes contributing to this key quality problem that we need to overcome. How to control the effect or the outcome? For the outcome, we can control. By only controlling the causes, we can control the effect. Cause and effect. By removing causes, we can address the effect. This is even, I took this from a textbook. In this case, they have analyzed in sports, basketball, throwing, shooting. So there can be problem like missed free throws. So what can cause that? So they have identified a list of reasons, causes contributed to missed throws. Right? Materially, that is in this case the ball, right? The ball we use. Some problems with the ball. Some problems with the method, the shooting process. Might cause this. Some problem is the person, the shooter. Certain specific could be their training level, their conditioning, and then of course concentration, motivation. And so as other main cause, there is machine, that is other tools and equipments we use there, like the boom and the backboard. There can be certain issues like the rim size of it, rim alignment. Likewise, there can be various different causes that contribute. So through a cause and effect analysis, quality control team can identify what causes what effects. Then by removing causes, we can overcome the quality problem. Can you understand it? It's a very interesting practical tool. Right. So when you visit factories, you might see now, I mean, many, unlike A-level qualified students, sometimes O-level students, school leavers, factory workers and all, they contribute to develop some of these charts. Together with the management, they work together and manage quality perfectly. Is that clear? We talked about the second era of quality management. We call it quality control. Quality control era. Over a period of time, especially 1950s and 60s, industries realized that either there is inspection or quality control. These are kind of reactive approaches. Reactive, responsive. Right? The purpose is to detect quality problems and rectify them. That is not enough. We have to proactively do something. Proactive before actually happening the bad outcomes. And eventually they came up with different quality management efforts. They started believing in some procedures and what they call systems. This is the most popular approach now in quality management. They believe in something called quality assurance. Right? That is beyond quality control. Right? There they believe in planned and systematic procedures, actions to ensure that product conforms to customer requirements constantly. They have well-organized procedures, systems in place, proactively make sure that we produce only good quality products. That is what quality assurance. That broadens the organizational responsibility for quality. That has variety of steps, like quality planning, problem solving, quality costing, and more importantly, quality systems. QMS, quality management systems we identified, started using during this phase of now most of the industries they have quality systems, QMS. That includes both quality control and inspection plus more. Quality planning that we have studied before the break comes under this. Quality plans. Quality assurance and quality control. And to some extent quality improvements as well. Understand it? So what is a QMS? That is very important, but I am not going to explain them in detail since we run short of time. But for the time being, you can understand what it is here. The quality management system, like any management system, this management system is to ensure we have the right procedures, steps, activities in place And everyone is educated on this. And everyone should follow the system. So that we can make sure the activities, processing steps repeatedly maintain the high quality. That's very important. All the industries now believe in what? QMS. Stands for Quality Management Systems. Multinationals too. Medium scale firms. They have their own QMSs. For a period of time, when different industries, different companies have their own QMSs. Now, QMSs are there, they are not systematic. Different companies have different systems. There came a requirement called standardizing. Standardizing the QMSs. What is it? Standardizing. So that every organization's quality management system is aligned to some principles, guidelines and all. So that this standardization organization stands for ISO, International Organization for Standardization. For quality management systems also they came up with standards. Those are known as ISO guidelines for quality management system. Most detailed system for that is ISO 9001 2015. That is the latest. Find more details later. The companies can have their own QMS or a QMS that is accredited, that is in line with ISO framework. When they have ISO accredited framework, is that advantageous? Of course, yes. These are about process quality, system quality. When a company applied for ISO accreditation and they get that, that shows their quality management procedures are in line with ISO framework guidelines. That is internationally recognized. That is internationally recognized. You can easily convince your foreign clients, customers that your commitment to quality, high quality, process quality. That is there. Find more details. That's enough, right? That is not the end, by the way. Right. Somewhere in 1970s, 60s, 70s and beyond, especially 80s, 70s and 80s, 60s, 70s and this became popular in the 80s. Most of the Western countries, Western part of the world, they believed in quality assurance. Even today, they are believing in that. But after World War II, some Japanese industries, especially automobiles and electronics, they wanted to compete in Europe and US markets. They tried to export their products. But those days, European standards, very high. Cost was also very high, prices are very high. So Japan cannot compete there. And at that time, some of the US quality gurus have come to Japan and worked with certain industries like automobile and electronics. Develop some quality management concepts there. And they have been able to improve the quality of their products, processes drastically while keeping the product cost at lower prices. Through some concepts, through some philosophy they call it. They could compete better in the European markets with German, with UK, with Spain, and various other European countries through their newer quality management approach. In the US also, they started looking at what is this way. Japanese manufacturers have improved the quality, but still their cost is relatively low. How come? So then they started investigating their quality management approach. 70s, 80s, they started examining it. And when it comes to 80s and 90s, they started believing in that approach as well. And they also try to upgrade their quality using that philosophy. What is that philosophy? That quality management approach is known as TQM approach. What is it? TQM stands for Total Quality Management. It's a Japanese philosophy initially, but now spread across the globe in industries. That's a different way of looking at things. TQM has a lot of new concepts, a lot of new practices for a period of time, like 40 to 60 years now. Things have improved a lot. TQM is a different approach. There they believe that quality is the most important thing in the organization. And everyone in the organization consider that as their responsibility, not only the quality control team, not only the operations level staff, from top management to lower level, factory workers, everyone believes that quality is their responsibility. So they talk about quality is strategic. It is through a teamwork they have to do it. They believe in staff empowerment. Right? Not only internally, they incorporate customers and suppliers also in the process. Right. And there are many other concepts that is popular in TQM. Right. So TQM is one of the best quality management, quality improvement program. Here in Sri Lanka also we have some TQM setting. TQM implemented companies. 5 more details. It's enough for the time being. Right? So TQM can be defined in many broad manner, but simply we can look at it as a continuously improving the customer satisfaction levels and simultaneously improving the business performance by gaining the commitment and involvement of all employees in the organization. There are many techniques used in TQM like this. Customer orientation is number 1. Customer defined quality. Top management leadership is considered very important. Quality as a strategic planning tool or planning step. Employee responsibility and continuous improvements. CI. Kaizen is a main technique here. Small gradual changes. And the cooperation of all and a technique called shared problem solving. You will study them later. But TQM is comprising of all these things. They have heavily depend on the statistical quality control techniques and all. And most of all, they believe in training and development of employees through which they get the support of everyone. By training. So there are many TQM concepts, philosophies, TQM practices. I'm not going to talk more about them, but I will within a minute. I will introduce one of them, that is PDCA cycle. P, that is for plan. D for do. C for check. And A for act. The kind of effort, how to plan quality improvements. When you start visiting factories, you may see how they have used them to improve quality. This is introduced by one of the main quality gurus called Deming. So this is known as Deming's wheel for quality improvement. Deming's wheel. also known as PDCA cycle. That's very important. And there are many other TQM concepts. Some of them are mentioned. I'm not going to explain everything, but I hope you will study things in detail later. So, continuous improvement and Six Sigma is popular in western part of the world. Now, the TQM also has started using them under their program. But that is a western concept. So, empowerment, benchmarking, estate time, ability concepts. Write it down. In addition to TQM, it's good to know about another technique. We call it lean. Lean stands lean, Lean. Have you heard of it before? I think yes. So lean based on TQM. One more step ahead. Time permits. We can discuss a little bit about lean as well. Not today. Another time. Yes, we will move to another topic because we have only three more sessions to go. So with this, I might complete quality management topic. There is one concept I will not discuss. That is called cost of quality. Anyway, let's if time permits, we will take 10 minutes in the evening and complete that. Right. What did we discuss today? Quality management, an important area that has a broad context, broad concepts. We identified why quality management is important. We also identify how different departments should be coordinated. Right. And more importantly, identified 4 categories of quality management activities. Namely, quality planning, quality assurance, quality control, and quality improvements. At the end, we identified how the quality management techniques have been evolved from inspection to quality control to quality assurance to TQM and beyond. Right. Hope you will complete the rest of the assignment as well. And we can meet in the afternoon around 3. Hope to see you. භාගයක් විතර ගිහින් ඉන්න බෑ.